What could the right connections, education, and motivation do for your business, goals, and bank account? What if everything you needed to be great was right in front of you, right now? If you have a sincere desire to become the best you can be and to be respected and compensated accordingly, you have found the right place.
When do you know for sure if you have a problem if one bed bug was brought in? How can you indicate or know for sure that maybe your tenant brought it in, or were they already there? Number one, what did the last tenant say? Did they have bed bug problems when they left? Did they just leave their stuff and abandon that property? Inspection would reveal plenty. If they bring their bed in, I can check the bed and they can do whatever they want, but the poop is still going to be on there. It's still going to be there. How long will it take for that to actually develop into an infestation was the second half of his question. That would depend on circumstances, conditions, how they're being introduced, how many people there are there, and how much feeding is going on. The faster they feed, the faster they multiply. We had one house right here in Fort Wayne, 11 kids. Can you imagine that? 11 children. Imagine how that was, and all the beds we had to treat, and they had trundle beds under beds and pulling them out. I mean, it was a 2 or 3 man job for half a day to get through that house. So level of infestation, not always going to be able to be determined. Ballpark, somebody brings something in within a couple of weeks. If they brought in that bed that somebody else threw out, within 2 weeks they're going to know what's going on. They're going to know there's a problem. Something's going to be amiss, especially when it's January and you know they're not mosquitoes. And they brought the bed in or they brought the couch in. We get it all the time. They brought the couch in, bang. Took them a couple of weeks, they found out something wasn't right. So that can really vary. I wish I could give you an exact answer. Here's some. You guys can open these up. I don't care. They're not going to hurt you. They're dead. Got some taped, some just loose in there. You can feel free to open it up and really take a closer look. Kind of gross, huh? Yeah. And we give it to Elizabeth first every time. Yeah. No, that's a good question. She asked, is this treatment anything that's covered with insurance? They're not going to cover that by insurance any more than they would for termites. So it's not going to be covered under insurance. That was really a great question, but insurance is not going to take responsibility for something that's out of their control. It's almost like an act of God or something that's something they have no control over. And do the landlords want to have to spend that kind of money and so forth? No. And if we can do some prevention, maybe it's just a policy when you come in. We work with Rental Connection. In their lease, they state, and this is for fleas, but you can do it the way you want. They state for fleas, if they have pets when they move in, they're required to have that home treated for fleas when they leave. Period. And we go in right behind them, and the people call us. Rental Connection tells them call bug free. They can call my competitors when they get done. They call me. I know it's prevention. It's going to cost less. They don't have an actual problem. It's in their lease, and we understand that. And we're not going to be unfair to them. The one lady said, "Oh my gosh, $75? That's great. But what I really need is the piece of paper showing that it was done. But your competitor said it was $250." Okay, so being a prevention and setting something up, maybe putting something in your lease that, you know, if you have it inspected previously, to kind of touch on what this gentleman said a little bit earlier, maybe have it inspected and a preventive treatment done before they move in might be your saving grace, and it might be a whole lot cheaper. And if they come in and they're there 2 weeks, to go back to what Mike said, if they're in there 2 weeks and they're complaining about bed bugs and you've done a preventive treatment, you have paperwork, it was inspected and treated, while that's not a guarantee to the absence or presence, we know, the tenant doesn't know that, and it might protect you. And then you bring us in and have us inspect again. We go straight to the bed and we start looking, and we can see the people ask, "May I see your arms?" Check the beds. We can tell. We're not there to throw anybody under the bus. We're there to protect everybody involved and make sure that people go to sleep without being fed on at night. They're the most horrible thing you will ever experience. We find them, we've had them with retired folks, older, younger, you know, all walks of life. So it's just something, you know, we go into a restaurant with my wife and I. She probably thinks I'm a nut. Maybe I am. I mean, maybe it's got to my head. Yeah, I think she does know. It's been a while. 2 children and 32 years. I won't sit in a booth in a restaurant unless I have to. I know they can get down in that booth from the person before me and crawl on me, and I'm not going for that. But they might open that up and poof a little dust in there. The dust is a repellent. I told you about the lady, all I did was go to the foot of her bed and start biting her feet. It's absolutely true. They know it's down and they're not going to go near it. You might kill a couple along the way, but you're not going to stop that problem. You'll chase them to the ceiling, you'll chase them in around areas you can't even see them. Got paneling in this room? Boy, I'm going to be sure I have my eye peeled around anything that's wood. And remember that, because it's a good place to look, especially if it's vacant. She asked if people have to move out or stay out overnight when we do bed bug treatments, and I think I didn't finish the other half of a question this lady answered, and I apologize for that. I'm going to answer both. Number one, we have never been in a structure more than 3 times unless the consumer chooses to continue to use us for peace of mind. Now, my competitor might do 1 treatment for the $800 they were talking about. Or he might have a vacant apartment, and I think after inspection and discussion with my client that I can do 1 treatment and walk away from that. Did I give you a guarantee?
It was an out-of-sight guarantee.
That's what I told him. You know what an out-of-sight guarantee is? Once I'm out of sight, you're out of guarantee. Your question then on that was the 2 to 3 or whatever, how many times it takes. And she asked, how long do we have people out, or do they even have to be out? As a precaution, we want people and pets out of the treated areas till that material is dry to the touch, which might be a 2 to 4 hour range. That depends on ventilation, temperature, a lot of different factors there that will change that. But that's what we do, is we have people and pets out. We've gone in and treated homes where there are infants, newborns, 3 weeks old. I got a review on here, you can read all about it. And then you get to the bed bug enclosures. If you buy these at Walmart, you just wasted your money. Nothing against Walmart, but I can tell you right now, people tear them just trying to put the beds back together. If you get a hole in that, I'm telling you right now, they're going to get in and out of there. These will starve a bed bug to death. They will also protect a bed. My house, what do you think I got on them? King-size bed, and then in the spare bedroom, got a full-size bed. We have enclosures on the mattress, and you also have one made for the box spring that's on the bottom. 2 separate pieces. I'll pass this around and let you guys get a feel. This type, and you don't have to buy them from me. I'm not here to sell you bed enclosures. I'm here to educate folks about bed bugs so you can better protect yourself and your family. But these things even have the little zip strips in there that once you zip this unit up, you stick that through there, pull it. The teeth are specially designed that bed bug babies cannot get in or out, which means that piece of bedding will never be infested by them again. Now, anybody know how long a bed bug go without eating and still live? No guesses?
3 months, 2 days.
3 months, 2 days? Who said a year? You are the winner. They can go 1 year without eating and still live. How in the world is that possible? Yeah, we would be more than happy to come in and inspect the bed. You know what I mean? We're here for the public. Our job is to protect life, property, and health, and I live by it. I eat, drink, sleep, and think pest control. It's always on my mind. It's what I do. It's what I love. Always have.
Not a member yet? The new Platinum package is yours free when you join. Go to reiassociation.com for instant access.